had some problems with our power, so there is no microphone, so we're going to have to do this unplugged. I will try and enunciate as loudly as I possibly can. Afterwards, I would be more than happy to meet with any reporter for one-on-one interviews or arrange interviews with anyone else. I'm going to be very brief. It's cold out, the skies look menacing, so let me first of all say thank you very much for coming. There's behind me, the media in front of me, and everyone in between. We're the Recall Madison Nguyen Committee. My name is Andre Charles. I'm their spokesperson. First and foremost, we are here to recall Madison Nguyen. But more importantly, there's been a lot of questions about what will happen when, and I think it's becoming increasingly apparent that it's likely, when Madison Nguyen is recalled. It is the position of the Recall Committee. We strongly urge the City Council to appoint the replacement for Madison Nguyen. We do that for two major reasons. One, we want to ensure that the district does not go unrepresented for months on end. Right now, we are badly represented. It's not much of an improvement to be unrepresented. So that's one. Two, this is a financial crisis that the city is facing. The budget deficit is now over $60 million. It's in the best interest of the city and the district to appoint. Now, the next question many people will ask is, okay, who would you like to appoint? The committee has no individual in mind. We have criteria in mind. We want someone to be appointed who tackles the major issues that have been unresolved by Madison. We want someone who will bring businesses and jobs to the district, someone who will tackle crime and rising gang violence, and someone who will manage the city finances properly and wisely. Now, I also would like to introduce a couple of brief speakers who will basically talk a little bit more in depth about my what I just said. We will have former Supervisor Pete McHugh, Recall Committee Treasurer Paul Lockley, and first I'd like to introduce John Zamora. Thank you.
Good evening. I support, of course, an appointment after Madison Nguyen is recalled. But first and foremost, I must be myself as a Latino when I face adversity and choose right over wrong, ethics over convenience and self-benefit, and truth over popularity. I thought I was too old to enter one more fight for democracy. And as my son told me, you are never too old to do what's right.
Yeah.
Madison Nguyen has broken so many ethics and violations of rights of citizens of San Jose, more than all the last three embattled councilmen, Kathy Cole, Terry Gregory, Ron Gonzalez, put together. If the city really wanted to save money, they would ask her to resign. That would save all the money in the world. We know that will not happen. But the violations are great, and the violations are serious. Starting with the Brown Act, starting with giving the rights of a name to a private developer, starting to trying to avoid public hearings of her backroom dealings, and allowing a fraudulent list of names so that she could get her way. There are many, many more, but each and every one of these deserves for her to be recalled. I thank the citizens, not just the Vietnamese Americans, but every citizen in San Jose should join us and should call for the same punishment that every other city councilman that has been embattled for lack of ethics. I ask for your support. They asked me to talk a little bit about my background. I was the founding president of what today is the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Silicon Valley. I was a former planning commissioner, bicentennial commissioner, president of the Mexican American Political Association, and the founding president of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I was impressed today, I will say this, in today's Mercury News, where a nation group stood up to help the Latinos form a donor moral program. Now that's what you call American. That's what we should all be about.
Thank you, Mr.
Come on. I am honored to be here to stand with the community. I also want to state that I will trust the council and mayor to make an appointment. Given the current economic situation, I think that's appropriate. Now, let me tell you why I am here and why I support the recall. I see the recall as an integral part of participatory democracy. And I prefer to label it a vote of confidence, so that whenever enough people are dissatisfied with their representation, it is appropriate that we have a means of making the representatives stand and show why they should continue or be removed. And that is what this process is about. It is where the people try to get the attention of the one that has been chosen to represent them. So on March 3rd, I am looking to the process playing out and the people of District 7 deciding whether they want to keep their current representative or whether they would like to have a replacement. And that's what this is all about. It is basic democracy. It is a chance for people to have a formal reconsideration of a decision that was made some time ago. So I completely stand behind that, and I am looking forward to the outcome. If I could vote, I would vote for a recall for a variety of reasons. Yes. And I want to thank everyone who has taken the time to come out on this cold day. Come on.
Thank you. I have a very brief statement to make. As we know that the city right now is facing the great deficit, and this is the concern of everybody, resident in District 7 and in the San Jose City. So I strongly urge that the City Council to work with the community to appoint a replacement once the council works Madison Nguyen to request his recall. The concern right now is, one, the District 7 to have someone to represent the listeners to represent the best interests. So again, would like the city to consider the option to make the appointment when the councilwoman Madison Nguyen has been recalled. Thank you very much.
Madison Nguyen to come out and make the same statement. Whether or not she wins, we hope not, obviously, but in the interest of the city, to favor an appointment if she is recalled. Up till now, she's really the only person who has been talking about running in summer and running ad infinitum. We think that's inappropriate, and we call on her to join our side in this case. We certainly don't agree on much, but hopefully this is one thing that we can agree on. With that said, I'd be more than happy to take some questions.